Hello! It's your favorite part of Friday. It's the Ben Pixels weekly upload. I'm Sam.
And I'm Kevin.
And we also have Lisa behind the camera as well.
Hey everybody.
Hello. And we are going to be covering the week that was in social and digital video. So this is for, what's today's date? February? I just had it right there in front of me. February 3rd. It's a professional operation, people. We're going to be covering stories today, Kevin, about Snapchat's IPO, about Instagram testing out this new photo albums feature, and on what was the most covered song on YouTube, or what is currently the most covered song on YouTube. So very, very exciting stuff. Well, let's just lead off with the Snapchat IPO, a no-go. Apparently, Snapchat, they're going public. They're going to try and get some additional investors, namely you and me. Are you planning on buying some Snapchat stock?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I want to wait it out.
We were reading a story from TechCrunch this morning that was about kind of a pessimistic view on the Snapchat IPO launch. Essentially, Snapchat's going on. They're going on Wall Street. They're going to get these new investors. Slowing growth, huge losses, and no shareholder control could make Snap Inc.'s IPO a perilous gamble for investors. What it does have going for it is an addicted user base, fast-growing revenues, and a visionary CEO. So you can read the whole story on TechCrunch. But I think the key takeaway for this is it's a little bit trepidatious even for a group like Snapchat that doesn't publicly what's that term where you release your numbers, right?
Oh, yeah.
What is your engagement like? How can brands get involved with the creators that are on the platform? They've always been a little bit cagey about those details.
Yeah.
Have you used Snapchat a lot, Kev?
Yeah, I frequently use Snapchat in group chats with friends and things like that. But we've been increasingly just kind of moving away from it every now and then because with the updates, it's weird because we also grew up using Instagram a lot. So
yeah.
Once you sort of see them kind of competing with each other, but sometimes Instagram is more viable because not only can you upload more photos and do things like that. Snapchat, while it's cool, it's just you don't use it as frequently as you used to.
Okay. So shout out to Digital Entertainment World. Ben Pixels was present there at that event, got to see a lot of speakers, and there was kind of an undercurrent when people were talking about the Snapchat launch and with Instagram, that Instagram is not necessarily eating Snapchat's lunch, but with their kind of foray by launching their, what is it called, the frame bit. So it's they have this new Instagram features that just mimic a lot of Snapchat's functionality as far as creating this kind of unique video content. And a lot of people well, great, if I don't have to migrate to another app to get this functionality, why would I? Thing.
But I do like that it's actually competitive because when they do try to one-up each other, it actually just helps that sort of, it helps for innovation, for, just different new features that we probably never seen before.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you are using Snapchat in addition to what we're hoping is a robust and lovely YouTube channel with our Ben Pixels communities. But let us know what you think about. Actually, can we maybe get a little fan vote going in the comments? Say if you're more of an Instagram user or you're more of a Snapchat user. What are the differences that you see kind of between the two? We really want to know. The next story that we got to cover is Instagram. Speaking of which, see, I should have had a more clever transition. I should have said Instagram eating lunch and taking photos, namely photo albums. Now a new feature, Instagram testing out photo albums on the platform. So this comes from Mashable.com. Kevin ends up and Lisa end up sourcing most of these stories, and then I get to look intelligent by talking about them. They're testing out a new feature that essentially allows you to post multiple photos at once. So obviously with how intimately Facebook and Snapchat are kind of aligned, you can see this as a move of don't you want to move through a carousel of photos, on your phone? The feature specifically allows users to select up to 10 photos and videos to combine into a single post. Basically, it's a photo gallery. Quote from Mashable, while many users tend to heavily curate their Instagram feed with only the best of the best, adding album functionality would seem to encourage users to place less emphasis on each photo.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you use Instagram as like an art gallery?
Um,
And you said this last week. In fact, you should be liking this page and following us every Friday because we're having extended, very interesting conversations week to week. But Kevin, you said this last week that you like using Instagram, but that last week we were talking about discovery features, and that this seems to be, something that would lend itself to even more discovery if they can post multiple things at once, or maybe they have like a certain subset, like no, check out all these different views of the sunset or what have you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
I like it because just adding galleries, you get to see more of if someone was to do a post. A lot of the times when someone posts something on Instagram, it's they're painstakingly trying to pick the right filter, pick the right exposure and things like that. So
Okay.
usually if you're going to have a big gallery of just all your stuff, it's going to be a lot more creativity in how you do it. There might be something where you have a photo shoot and it's just a series of different things. It might be an animator might be able to do it where you can slide through the carousel and you animate like a cartoon drawing or something. Like,
Man,
things can go.
those are some actually great ideas, man. That's really, I like that. And you know what? I also, when I see people post multiple photos to like Facebook, for example, I kind of wish it was a little bit more elegant with like swiping through some of that stuff. I mean, also I spend a lot of time on desktop because I'm working, but having to click through and then you have to like individually go through stuff. There's some way of making that more elegant, or like doing something where it has like all these dynamic changes. Then you feel like there's a purpose to it. It's not just here's a bunch of photos at once, and maybe allowing them to kind of keep more of that curated nature, right?
Yeah.
If like people thought of those photo sets not just as here's a variety of individual images, but it's like this is a legit series of photos. I'm sure like we're gonna see the emergence of best practices articles coming out about like
Oh, definitely.
like photo galleries on Instagram. What do you need to know? So look out for those. And if that does happen, then I'm a great predictor of trends, and you should follow this page on Facebook because we have great insights like that. Okay, so we have another. Speaking of Facebook, do you like television, Kevin?
Yes.
Do you watch it anymore?
Yeah, well, other than Westworld and The Good Wife, I'll watch it.
The Good Wife!
It's a great show, surprisingly.
The
Yeah.
Good Wife is a wonderful show.
It's a
All right, Lisa also says The Good Wife is a wonderful program. Well, okay, I'm outnumbered 2-1 here.
And there's a spin-off now. There's The Good
Yeah,
Fight.
The Good Fight.
The Good Fight. What does that feature? The same character? I can't believe we're talking about The Good Wife for this long. But anyway, that's
We're
amazing.
talking about linear television now. You're
That,
welcome.
okay, hey guys, just to let you know, we are Facebook live streaming about linear TV. We are in I would say, the greatest timeline. So Facebook is reportedly developing a TV app for The Good Wife and The Good Fight to host long-form premium content. They're looking to embrace longer video to nab top ad dollars. So this is a full story from TubeFilter.com, by the way. It would serve as a primary channel for original and licensed premium content that the social network wants to develop. So there's a lot to unpack here, actually, in this story. The first being that I get so excited about this. The first being that is this like a Netflix-like play? Are you going to go seamlessly from commenting on somebody's video to like watching premium content, right?
You know what? Yeah, because it seems like they're going with that type of trend because they, since they're trying to increase the focus, how they were doing with like mid-roll ads and things like that with video, and just having a bigger focus on video, it only makes sense for them to kind of go to that scale.
Yeah.
And then also it's a lot of money to be made in that sort of industry and that sphere. So you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I think it's also just a push from advertisers to constantly increase what the value of Facebook is. It seems like a weird fit to me. Like, are we gonna start seeing like Facebook originals? Like YouTube Red as a premium service is. That was also, again, a digital entertainment world. They were talking about, is it a success? Is it a flop? Do we know yet? Overall, people seem pretty positive on it. But the fact of the matter is, YouTube Red is just one of many things that Google is able to put into that bundle aspect. Like, when you pay that money, you're not just paying for those premium shows, you're also paying for services like Google Music and other things like that. Facebook starts offering kind of premium video. Now, whether that's something that you can watch, that they're just trying to encourage you watching long form content, or are you going to start paying into it? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think, you know what though, it's connected to the story about Instagram and Snapchat in that you see an existing platform going, wait a minute, I have a really dedicated user base. Why shouldn't I just be trying every other idea under the sun? Why am I just letting another guy specialize in something that I'm not doing? I'll just do the same thing. Or I'll do something that's similar enough where the consumer isn't going to be concerning themselves too much with the level of quality. Again, maybe this goes back to format wars, right? When you had a debate between Blu-ray and DVD or Betamax and VHS from back in the day, it was always about, there's a lot of different factors. A lot of sharper people and economists have talked about this than I. But just the idea that it was always going to go to what is the most mass market choice. Like whatever the mass market embraces, that's going to be a thing that moves it forward. Even a premium experience at the level of, I'm using Betamax as an example, but it offered this superior visual quality, right?
Yeah. Seemingly,
Seemingly, you would want to go where that's specialized. But in general, when you're going for a broader audience, specialization isn't that large of a concern, So I think that Facebook, when they're doing these premium video offerings, I think it will be entertaining to watch. Like maybe at the top of my feed, before I scroll, I have to see like, well, don't you want to subscribe or like, don't you want to follow this story? It would actually be a boon, I'm thinking from the social perspective for like social media managers, where it's like you don't have to watch it on HBO and like tweet about it. Just stay on Facebook. Just watch the show on Facebook. Share it to your other friends on Facebook. It would make their jobs easier. Thinking about it long term. So let us know. Are you willing to watch more faces than ours on Facebook in terms of premium video content, not just live streaming? I mean, there you go. Let us know in the comments what you think about it. Our final story, Kevin. How's your pipes?
My pipes?
Your voice, your vocal,
Pretty good.
vocal cords. Yeah?
Yeah.
You do some singing?
Not anymore. I need like water.
You retired, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're talking about the most covered song on YouTube right now. There was an interesting story from We the Unicorns. And I think you already read the story, but could you like guess before you knew like what you thought it would have been?
At first I thought it was gonna be like that pineapple song or something, but apparently it wasn't. The Pen Pineapple one, but apparently it's not. But it seems to be like the most covered song is the John Legend one.
Yeah, John Legend, All of Me. All of you, now me.
That's a
It's
great.
like, I feel like it's a very like bleeding heart tune, and then it has like an easy falsetto. I was actually doing that naturally. Voice.
You have an angelic voice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
If you want a bigger music segment where I just sing to you in the mornings or afternoons, let me know. Ben Pixels can deliver that. I'll just do some home streams from the keyboard. We can play fast and loose with that.
We should have a Sam Lullaby channel.
Oh my gosh! Don't give that away. See that? Now we got a $1 million YouTube channel. The longer story kind of breaks down some of these other covers that have been happening, which have been a staple on YouTube since 2007. They said John Legend's "All of Me" was the most covered song on YouTube with over 1.5 million results. So, assumedly, this is individual pieces of content. So 1.5 million people feel confident enough in their version of, which makes me think there's a missed opportunity here. You got to have like a tournament of death, like a video tournament of death, right? Tournament off, where you're like, not just the most popular video, because some people, they can get views, and maybe the song version isn't as good. I'm talking like hardcore to the death cover battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sort of like Jimmy Fallon does the lip sync thing, but you should do it for these videos. Some of the other songs that made the list include "Radioactive" by Imagine Dragons, which is really surprising to me. To me, like, that song is just I like it, but it's mainly just the chord, radioactive, radioactive. Like, it's mainly the backing track, Like, why did the lyrics really hit for people? They go, man, I just remember the Cold War? I don't know. Hello by Adele, makes sense. Say Something by A Great Big World, and Stay With Me by Sam Smith. Are you a Sam Smith fan, by the way?
I am.
Okay. I want to bring this point up and answer in the comments. There's a lot of people, James Bond movies, the most recent one, Spectre, and the Sam Smith song that he did for that. there's some people that really do not like that song.
Wow. And that's, I always never got that because I really like the song a lot. Especially, I'm a person who really loves Metal Gear Solid big band style music like that, or James Bond theme
If
song.
I risk it all, would you break my fall?
I love
How
it.
can I live? How can I breathe?
Yeah. See, that was great. Oh my goodness.
Like I always have to do you always have to like direct the voice upward. I like it. I think that the song works.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why
I don't
people aren't as
know.
vibed on it.
I don't know.
Some people. So, are you a fan of Sam Smith's theme for Spectre? It's more of a personal question, I have to admit, but I need to know below. Kind of want to cut it a little bit shorter this week. Kev, is there anything else that you kind of saw in the ether, or things that you did this week that were interesting to you? Just kind of as a free ball question.
Just a lot of, I see a lot of just Overwatch stuff happening a lot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of just Blizzard stuff and just a whole bunch of more esports things. You're seeing a lot more basketball teams start to put esports teams on their actual jerseys now.
Oh, that's crazy. Now that was something that we talked about 2 weeks ago, which was like we talked about Heroes of the Dorm last week, and but we're seeing the evolution of esports, and ESL is going to be on Facebook, right?
Yeah,
so it's like, how many different things is Facebook trying to do for video? That's incredible.
Yeah.
I was at Digital Entertainment World, like I said, that was happening down in Marina Del Rey. It was a cool event. It's a lot of just very industry professionals sharing their thoughts about things. They were also, I attended, she was the SVP of marketing for STX Entertainment, and she was talking about best practices for Bye Bye Man. She had this big Facebook campaign, and she was talking about like demographics and different things that what would bring people to the theater. And usually you think horror fans are kind of self-selective, right? Like they declare themselves a horror fan, that's it. And so instead of targeting those people specifically, she realized like teens and younger, mainly female-driven audience, they were looking for something to do on Friday the 13th because Bye Bye Man was launching that day. So by using a little bit of A/B testing and looking at the data, they realized, wait a second, we could actually go broader with our spend. And they ended up reaching kind of a huge audience, and it became a big box office winner. And they kind of accredited like the smart mobile-first Facebook campaign as a reason why that movie did so well. I know that I saw a lot of ads for Bye Bye Man. I didn't go see it, but maybe I wasn't in the demo. I'm not so.
I was scared.
You were scared?
Yeah, scary movies. I just.
So you were scared away. You didn't.
Yeah, I was scared away. Just good marketing tactics, but I'm too scared of it. Maybe one night.
Scary, good marketing, says Kevin. Yeah.
Like I'm afraid of Thriller from Michael Jackson. I love the song, but the actual video itself still freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, his transformation thing is like a little unnerving. Well, because the whole cinematic beginning, builds up good tension. Well, that'll be it for the VenPixels Weekly upload. I said it'd be a short one, but we still covered a lot of ground, I think.
Yeah.
Make sure to like this page. Make sure to share this video if you enjoy what we're talking about. And continue to participate in the comments below. We're going to be looking at them even when we're not live. And you know what? Have a great weekend.